For the past 4 years, I've been hunting for gold around Australia, particularly amongst the rivers and the rainforests of Tasmania. The method of sniping has been for me the most effective way in finding gold, and I've had some absolutely incredible finds, including multiple large gold nuggets.
That's got to be a record for this river. Oh.
And days where I've worked to find over an ounce of gold.
Look at that. Woo!
In this 4 years of sharing my adventures online, the questions that I get asked the most are: do you sell your gold? How much gold have you found since you started? Do you prospect for gold for a living? Well, the simple answer to these questions is no. Now, this will come as a huge shock to many, and I think it's time I clarified the motivation behind what I do and why I refer to myself as a prospector and an adventurer of gold in Tasmania.
Nothing again.
There's something I should have shared with you guys a long time ago. In Tasmania, a prospector's license allows the holder to prospect for gold to a depth of 2 meters, and the license is held for 5 years. The gold that is found, however, can only be kept in the license holder's possession, and the gold's actual ownership is to the Crown or the government. Well, put simply, if the Queen wanted all of the gold I've found, she could request it, and it belongs to her and the Tasmanian government. Tasmania is the only state in Australia that has this rule, and from what I've been told, it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. A mining lease, however, is a different arrangement, but unfortunately can be quite an expensive venture and quite limited in what can be mined. I certainly can't just go digging up old river benches and mine for alluvial gold like they do in other parts of the world. So I must be crazy, right? I spend hours in snowmelt rivers, hike kilometres into remote areas on my own, carrying huge loads of equipment and camp gear. Putting myself in situations that could easily become life-threatening. Hypothermia, snakebite, landslides, fallen trees, broken bones, drowning, becoming lost, mine shafts, even impalement. The list goes on. So why do I do it? Why go to all this trouble? The number one reason I do it is for myself. Like many others, I've struggled with mental illness on and off throughout my life. Being out in nature and seeing its surroundings has a way of resetting me and calming me down, and it tends to help take some of those other things that are on my mind right away. Don't get me wrong, the thrill of the gold and finding gold is an amazing feeling. I love the thought that the gold has been hiding away in nature for millions of years. It fascinates me knowing where it could be hiding.
Oh my goodness.
For me, finding gold out in nature is like turning an ancient forest, which is already so enchanting, into something mystical like a fantasy world that you'd find only in a kid's Disney movie. Another reason I do this is for my brothers. I have 2 brothers, Jaram and Karam. Karam is severely autistic, high on the spectrum, and my other brother Jaram sadly took his own life back in 2019.
Vitamins and history books, psychology and a different way to look at it all.
Are we going swimming? What else?
My perspective is broken.
Swimming.
Oh, yeah.
If suffering's a way to earn your keep.
When I'm miles out along a river with the pack raft, all alone, I carry my brothers in my mind. I know Jaram watches over me at times and he guides me along, I'm going to live my life in full for my brothers. And MED, I know you thought I was going to forget, but I love you too, sis. The final reason I do this is for you guys. Some of you have been following my journeys right from the beginning. I get contacted nearly every week by people around the world who have taken up prospecting or sniping.
Watch what you grab when you go back up the hill, because you'll often...
It makes me real happy to see these success stories and see the gold that they find in the photos they send through. I believe prospecting is one of the greatest hobbies out there. So the question once again, do I do it for the money, all that precious gold, in an attempt to get rich? Sure, I make some money online from these videos, which helps supplement our family's incomes, which is in exchange for sharing these adventures with you guys. I guess the big question that people will ask now is, what will you do with all the gold? Perhaps one day I'll swim it out to sea, locked away in a chest to bury beneath the waves. Maybe I draw up a treasure map for people to go on the search to find. Perhaps I take it home. Return it to its hidden places. Take it back to those mystical forests of Tasmania. I'm not really sure. Maybe you guys could give me some ideas. I do have plans to have some of the gold melted into some rings, and I'll be doing some videos on this in the near future. I will be approaching Mineral Resources to see if there's any way around this rule in Tasmania. But in the meantime, it will be continued adventures as usual, enjoying all the other treasures that gold entails.